This video is for a simple tutorial on the screen space fluid HDRP. The version is specially made for HDRP for the plugin called Particle Water Shader Pro 2024. So the tutorial has no too many difference from the URP version, but for the HDRP there are something special that you should notice here. First, if you are an experienced HDRP user or developer, you may know when you add some HDRP plugins, generally you need to add a custom path volume and add some patches here. So with this plugin, you had to add a custom path called SSF render path, and the settings are listed as you can see in the screen. We do not need the depth buffer, we do not need the clear flag, and we can change the downsample ratio to reduce the memory usage of textures. But we need the color buffer, so please. And the mode should be global to ensure that this effect works not only in the game view, but also in the scene view. So that's a big difference, but you need to know here. So if I switch this to the camera version, and it will only work for the target camera main camera. But if you want to see it or debug it in both editor view and both scene view and game view, you should switch to the mode to global. And the injection point is very important. It's recommended to set it before transparent, but you can also set it to after post process. So that may prohibit this effect to be affected by the post-process volume. So you have two options, it's up to you. So that's the main difference. And to notify in the demo file, I'll change the sky from the original physics-based sky to HDRI sky and use texture, use a cube map that's included in the plugin folder. And also make some changes to the visual environment to let us show the cube map as the sky. So that's something you have to know that what happens with this plugin, and this part is not necessary. The sky part is not necessary, but the custom path volume and the added path is very important and very necessary for you to use it. About the parameters of the smooth aggregation parameter or downsample ratio and other properties like the render parameters, you can check the video at the link below, or you can check the video link of the URP Pro. So just check that and you can see what has happened. I ensure another thing that you should notice if you want to look at the shader, that happens a great change or HDRP specific change. Because HDRP render pipeline workflow is very complex on the lighting part, so the reflection is hard to capture in our shader. Exactly the fluid render shader. It's very hard to capture, so I just place a color here. So it's in the folder shaders and in the folder fluid render shader, and you can check the reflection color. I manually set it to 1 because the HDRP reflection is way too more complex, included its engine code, and I have not found a good way to inject or hack the engine to get involved as a reflection system. So it's a simple workaround to use a constant color here, or you can use any expressions you like. You can do what you want. You can change the color, or you can just do not want the reflection color or anyway. So it's up to you. So this is the main point that's about the reflection color. In the URP version, the reflection color is captured from the cube map, captured from the environment reflection. It's mainly the cube map or the glossy environment RGB. So that's a big difference. URP you have a real environment reflection, but it do not include any large props. But in HDRP, I cannot do this. So I just assign a constant value. So request me, but you also can modify it to what you want. So that's the main part. You should only know to add. The only thing different here is to add the custom path to the custom path volume instead of adding a URP render feature in the URP pipeline asset. That's the main difference, and then other things work as expected and nothing different as before. If you take the debug visualize, you can still check many properties and many intermediate results here. So it's the same thing, and you can change the downsample ratio to use less smaller size texture of this custom path, and change the filter size if you want to make it more noisy or more smooth. So also you are welcome to change the color. For example, let's change it to red maybe, and you can immediately see the sorry, I double click it. You can immediately see its difference here. Because this script is loading, so it's only loading once on enable and upload the data. But for the particle demos, it always works as expected. It can be changed in long time. You can change the color here, and it will immediately get some difference. So just play around it, and wish you have a good experience. If you want to debug the render process, you can press the pause button and enable the frame debugger and go to the SSF render path, and you see it include almost 5 paths. So I see 8 paths, 8 subpaths. So it's quite efficient compared to those paths has hundreds of subpaths. So this algorithm is very good, and I also made some memory technique on reusing the texture, and also you see the downsample ratio to use a lower resolution texture to save your memory. So I recommend you to have a test and look through the URP tutorial, and you can get all you want here. Thank you.